live.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
How's it
surprise!
going?
Secret guest. I might
Surprise!
not have
Secret
put this
guest
done.
this episode for all the audio listeners. We have a guest episode, but welcome back to the Spaced Out Podcast, episode 13, featuring the at Presidentwalker. Woo!
Right there, he's right
Yeah,
there.
he's right
Hi. Hello,
there.
Daniel. Welcome to the
Well, hello.
podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Long awaited.
Long awaited,
Long
critically
awaited
acclaimed
and lasting
episode.
plan.
So it was such a surprise that we didn't even know about it until today.
Until today. President Walker's a pretty difficult man to get a hold
So
of.
busy.
Very busy social life
Manager
here.
really mean
Very,
too.
very busy with work.
Whoa. Slow down here. It's manager nice and social life. I don't have one of them.
Gotcha. But how's it going? How are you guys doing on this fine Tuesday?
Tuesday, I'm doing pretty good. I've got half a milkshake left, and I just worked today and it went pretty okay. So
Awesome, Daniel.
pretty okay day today.
Oh, he's dead.
Sorry,
Oh my
I was-
god. First
Uh-oh.
podcast, second guest just dies live on
Sorry, it
podcast.
was your inner server coming out because I was chewing as you were asking me that question. But my day's been good. I got out of work, which is why I was able to be here last minute. I
Woo.
originally told Gab that I wasn't going to be able to make today, and then I got out of work, and I'm like, hey, I know it's only a couple hours till the podcast, but hi.
Yep. And we were like, yes, please.
Oh,
We didn't know what
yeah.
we were going to talk about. So
We
don't
kinda
feel
had an
anything, and I had to
idea.
beg on my knees until you're like, maybe I'll leave it up to Kyle to decide.
we'll see if we have room. So
Yeah.
busy today. But it's good. Glad to hear. Glad you got off work. My day was pretty relaxed. We did movie night. We watched Howl's Moving Castle in the Discord. Well, some of us. The true friends.
Movie night.
Damn.
Ooh.
All right.
I was
Daniel
there.
wasn't
I was
there.
there.
Podcast, everybody. Have a great time. Bye.
But that was fun. I think that's it for me. But yeah.
Nice. So I think Daniel should give us some backstory
Mhm.
about
Who
how.
are you? Why are
Who
you
are,
here?
who the hell are you? Why are you on my show tonight, right now, and not somewhere else?
Because I played the lottery, I won $5 million, and I spent all $5 million winning a lotto ticket onto this podcast.
Oh shit.
And we haven't seen a single dime from it.
I give it to
Yeah.
Kyle. I don't know what to tell you.
Kyle,
Whoa,
where's the money at?
not true. Not true.
Yeah, it's
I don't
probably
know.
still in the mail. Don't worry, it's headed your
Maybe
way.
Shania has it. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd be happy to. You said backstory about who I am and why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sounds great. So I'm Daniel or Danny. I go by either or. I use he/him pronouns. I'm a wonderful bald guy, if you can't tell. For audio listeners, I have a wonderfully full, luscious head of hair. For the video watchers, please be quiet. Outside
not
of
a
that,
cap.
I've been a few places, done a few things. Born in San Diego, California. My family moved up north a little bit from there, but we're still in California. From there, I went back to San Diego, up to Seattle, back down to San Diego again, back here. And I've worked at colleges. I've worked at Starbucks. I've worked at a Del Taco. I've taught preschool and an after-school teacher, and I'm currently bartending / training / assistant managing at my local Olive Garden. Where
And
I
you're
got to-
streaming. And you're streaming.
You're
I do
streamer.
stream. I don't know if I stream enough regularly to call me a streamer, but I do stream, and it's a great time. What we stream is random stuff from old games like Sonic Adventure 2 to some wonderful farming games like Coral Island. I've done exactly 1 or 2 game nights. I think I streamed. I can't remember if I streamed one of ours. I feel like I did.
I'm sure you
Most
have.
likely.
I think you.
Yeah.
I think I streamed one of our game nights, and I've streamed one of my other friends' game nights.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, and then I got to be here because at my local Olive Garden is where I got to meet Gab, and through Gab is how I got to meet Kyle.
Woo. And the group grows. Awesome.
And it does. Yay.
And it grows and it grows. And yeah, it was really cool because I feel like we've been friendly and known each other probably for well over a year now, I have to imagine. Maybe even longer. And we just got to meet you for the first time in person a little while ago, which was fun. When Shania and I were in Cali in January for Gab's birthday, so that was a cool time. Same with Egg, and
Oh,
and
and that
yeah,
guy.
and
And
Egg.
Dick.
I'm
uh,
not gonna lie, I still in my head am constantly battling. Is it Egg or I don't know if they want their name out there, but is it their name?
yeah, oh yeah.
hmm
Constantly
Um,
going back and forth.
who
We were like, we're
knows?
gonna call them their name this weekend and not Egg, and then
I don't
we
think
just
it
called him Egg the
worked.
whole
Yeah.
time. It didn't work.
For sure TwitchCon though. Right. By
TwitchCon for
then,
sure.
we will
Yeah.
call them by their name. Which you're going to, which we're all going to.
We're all going to,
And is that
yes.
September?
Yeah, the end of September.
We're gonna get an Airbnb one of these days,
One of
right?
these days. We were supposed to do it last night.
Were we?
We were like, yeah, you said like last week. You were like, we need to get
Oh,
everybody
on
on
a
like on
Monday.
Monday.
Fuck, you're
Yeah,
right. I
and we were
completely
all
forgot.
there.
Tomorrow? Wait, right? Tomorrow night?
Maybe if people are around, we could try.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all going to TwitchCon,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be super fun. And yeah, it's coming up fast. It's almost summer.
I
I'm
So
going to be so
know.
excited for that.
yeah, me too. It'll be a good time. But yeah, we got to see you guys back in January. But it's always cool like meeting a first online friend in person, you know? But yeah,
I
good
will
stuff.
say, I think that was the first time I ever knew someone online before I knew them in person.
Online first, really?
Really? Whoa,
Wow.
that's so crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, the first time. What was it? Fun tangent with that is that Gab and I didn't become friends actually until I found out that she streamed online.
Yeah.
Ooh, you
I
were
don't
Yeah.
know if you want to
promoting
hear
at the
that story
Olive
now or later,
Garden.
Oh
but
my god, I
She
wasn't
she
promoting at the
was
Olive Garden. People
plugging.
were stalking me.
Yeah. They're
excuse
like,
me, you
Yeah.
were in the Discord with all the Olive Garden folks. Thank you very
I made the
much.
mistake of joining the
oh,
Olive Garden
that's what it
Discord and
is.
they
Mhm.
found me.
They found you
Sought me
out.
out.
Because
Yeah.
I was not the only person to find them. I found out.
Yeah. No, actually quite a few people did.
Do they come by still ever?
One person dies. Other than that, no. One
Okay.
one of our coworkers at the time was like, "I saw you on screen because my little brother watched you," and
That's
how that happened.
weird. They probably thought you were somebody else.
It was
There's no
not.
way.
I thought it was you that told me that, Daniel.
I remember this now. I
Oh,
don't
Yeah.
okay.
remember who the coworker is though. I was gonna guess Karen, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
I think it was Jasmine. No. I don't know. I'm not good with names.
I do remember this though. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wait,
I
who
didn't
still
know.
comes to the chat?
Ty.
Nah, Ty's in the chat.
Not right now, but like they do stop by every now and then. They're like, "Hey, how are you?" Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
But
I never really promoted my stuff at work. Or
oh
like
well,
told
you
people.
did. You. That's a lie. You did.
Did I?
You got in trouble. Your Spotify
Ooh.
thing. It wasn't Twitch.
Oh, my coworkers. I meant like when I worked in like
Oh.
food, kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't promote my Twitch, but I like talked about, hey, I made this thing. Can somebody like test them if anybody wants to check it out? Like, can you test it?
Yeah.
And then my manager was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And
They're
I was
like,
like,
don't no
oh,
self promo in the chat.
yeah, in the Teams chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
They were
sent it because I was like,
professional
I
and
use this
didn't
new
drop
thing
it,
we're
but
gonna
they
use.
said no
So.
self promo dash Kyle.
That's crazy. But
Yeah,
so.
I still haven't heard back from that either.
Oh no,
That
really?
Spotify app. Yeah, I checked it like a couple days ago. It's been like 2 months. No cigar.
Dang.
Yeah,
Damn,
Spotify API team, dummy mean. Oh well.
Oh well, yeah.
Anyways.
So, Daniel, how's
Yes, yeah.
Olive Garden life?
You want to turn this into a
I
3-hour
don't-
rant of all the things with Olive Garden, huh?
Yeah.
All the Olive Garden haters they're hate watching right now.
No.
Well,
Tell
you
us.
know, for
No, don't go to Olive Garden. Fuck that place, right? You went to school. What'd you go to school for?
Yeah, so I originally went to school for, well, I originally was going to be a high school math teacher.
Okay.
So I went to school, started as a mathematics major. I got to the point, I got through multi-vector calc. I got through differential equations. I got
Oh,
through linear algebra.
oh,
Yeah, Kyle's
oh.
reaction tells me you've been through it too.
I didn't have to take DE, but I did 1-2 linear,
Linear.
and I hated it. I
Yeah.
liked Calc 1, but Calc 2 destroyed me. Linear was I passed because of COVID. Like it was so hard, man. Uh,
The ones that got me was I was taking vector calculus and introduction to mathematical proofs at the same time.
oh, not the proofs.
Yeah, and I was just in those classes thinking to myself, what am I doing here? I hate this.
Yeah.
Mm,
The point at which I knew it lost me is it had a set of numbers. I remember the numbers to this day because they were so easy. Had the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a set. I can't even do the proper set brackets anymore. It's been so long since I've seen
yeah,
them.
the
They were in a
set.
set.
Yeah.
And then I had 2, 4, 6, 8 in a set. And it
Okay.
wanted me to prove that these two sets are not the same set of numbers.
Oh, so you have to like go through and like cite all the theorems and kind of like write it
Exactly.
out.
I hate
Oh
that.
yeah, I did a lot of proofs in my discrete courses like PMI and proof by negation and all kinds of other stuff. I hated it. I was so
Yeah, and I
bad at
was
it.
there because I wanted to teach the kiddos. You know, everyone. My
You just want
experience
to
is
teach the
that
unit circle, hang out, like
unit circle. Give me
Yes.
the geometry. Give me the. I'll teach calculus too. That's fine. But once you get to 3D calculus, my brain starts like malfunctioning slightly.
yeah.
Mm.
But that was when it lost me, and I became a sociocultural anthropology major. That's a really long way of saying I just love studying humans, culture, and humans, and how they intersect, interact, and become. Unfortunately, it has an awful past that I won't get into. Sociocultural anthropology used to be awful, much better now. But I took that not wanting to be an anthropologist. I really wanted to, at that point in my life, my plan was to go back to college and then work in the college systems. And so that's what I did. I went to grad school at Seattle University to study student development administration. Um, Also, was when COVID had hit, and I was trying to gear my focus towards housing because when you work on campus housing, the salary is not great in working for colleges, but in the housing department, they give you housing and a meal budget,
Okay.
and
Oh, okay.
generally your accommodations are much nicer than the students' accommodations. And then at the same time, though, was finishing that during the pandemic, and at the same time was falling out of love with the college systems. Like, there's a lot of things I really don't like about them. And so that's what found me moving back home with the fam and needing money. So I found a job at Oliver.
Nice.
Nice.
Woo, 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 woo. Quite the story.
I know, yeah. I mean, I feel like that happens to a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, I want to do this and I don't want to do this." But so I want to
Hmm.
do this, but now I don't want to do this. It's hard. How are you going to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life as a young adult?
I just
Scary.
got lucky, like
Yeah.
I will say, in related to the things y'all are working on, though, I have started to slowly teach myself coding. It's still super basic stuff. I'm like super basic stuff, but it's a fun time.
yeah, just tinkering around with it's always a good time, writing stuff. Fun though. Another convert. Another
Join us.
convert.
Join us.
Join us.
One
That's
of
where the
us.
money is.
One.
One of us.
There you go. And then we can all start complaining about tech problems, and then I can promote myself and my group work chat and get yelled
Yes. And that is the cycle. And it'll
Yeah,
continue.
this goes forever and ever.
at.
So
Yeah.
you're a bit of a gamer. How far back does gaming go for you?
Gamer. Gamer.
So I like to say this in jest, but it's also half serious. I feel like gaming is literally just in our family.
Hmm.
As much grief as my
Oh.
parents used to give me about it growing up, because I did like gaming since I was a kid. But my family has owned tons of consoles, including my dad before I was born. Like, I'm talking, he had a
Okay.
Sega Genesis, he had a Dreamcast, he had, what is the ones he likes telling me about? The Atari 5000, I think, or 6000.
Okay.
And I'm like, so you were a gamer too?
So it's your fault I am this way.
Yeah. And I had consoles growing up all the time. They were a pretty staple. Like, hey, could you not get me anything for my birthday or Christmas, and we'll just pool it together and get this console when it comes out?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Fun story that my dad would like to tell. This is not a fun story on my end, but I was old enough to remember. I think I was like 8 or 9 at the time. Could have been 10, but somewhere around that age. For my birthday, I got a micro Game Boy Micro. Uh,
Okay, yeah,
but
a
the
little thing.
Nintendo DS had already come out.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was the
So it was
last
a
one they
gift from my
released, right?
grandparents. Yeah, it was a gift from my grandparents, and I'm like, oh, but this is so cool. And my dad was like, we could return that micro and get you a DS. I think the DS Lights were about to come out in like a week time, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, nah, it's good. I'm good. I'm happy with the micro. I'm happy with the micro, right? Well, my siblings get,
DS.
they get DSs, and that's when I find they can also play Game Boy Advance games that I do not know.
Yeah.
And that is when I begin to regret my decision. And I go to my
No.
dad, and I'm very teary-eyed and crying. I'm like, can we return my Game Boy Micro?
Please, I was just a child. I didn't know any
I
better.
didn't understand.
I get it now. So that didn't happen though, huh?
No, it
So
did.
that was
Oh
that
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I believe my grandparents had gotten it at Walmart, and they had a pretty lax return policy. So even though it was open box, they still took it back, and we still got a DS.
Hey,
Nice.
Actually,
nice.
no. What I think it actually happened is my dad kept the micro. He kept it for his own personal use, and then he got me a DS.
Oh, okay. Still works
Okay.
out for you. Nice.
So was that your first handheld, or did you have a handheld before the micro?
No, I had the Game Boy Advance and
You're
the
the
Game Boy
advanced
Color.
first. Okay. Because my first one was the DS Lite, but my sister had a Game Boy Advance, the silver one. But so I had played it before, but like my first own one was the DS Lite.
I think
DS
mine
Lite
was
was good.
also the DS Lite. Because there is a bit of a generational gap.
You did not.
Wait a second.
I was
Between-
going, this is going so well. This podcast was great.
Of
We didn't have
how
any
much?
shots
Of
fired
how
or
much?
nothing.
Many generations.
Oh man.
Like,
Hi everybody, that's the end of my podcast time.
I feel like you told me your age before, but I thought it was
Whatever you're
even
thinking,
lower
think
than it was.
higher.
I thought that was like 29 or something.
God damn. Yeah.
That's
Not your
so
guess.
funny.
Not your guess, Kyle. Your guess is fine. But 27, 6.
7
27 this year.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah, 26. 27 comes soon, but 26 for me this year.
Oh, that's not so bad. Just 2 years, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well. well,
Yeah,
Well-
Gab.
That made it
listen,
seem like
Kyle,
it was
can
like
you
a
say
lot
that again
more.
for the Gabs in the
it's
back, please?
really
Can you
Yeah.
say that again for the Gabs in the back?
pretty old, though. Almost
Okay,
30,
Grandma.
so
I'm sorry, Gab. How would you define your sense of style again?
cool and
Oh.
young and hip and really in tune with the youth.
Is that what you said at the clothing section of the thrift store with the old people clothes?
I love them. Oh my god, I just got a shirt from the thrift store. I think Shania would love it.
What
I
is
got it's embroidered with like little flowers and it's a denim skirt.
it? A denim skirt?
Yeah, I need to send it to her. I got it and I was like, I think Shania will think this is cute, so I bought it for me.
Oh, nice.
Because Shania would approve of it.
You bought it and then you're gonna come here and wear it for her.
Yeah, show it off for her.
That sounds bad.
But no, that
Fashion
was
on
definitely
Nick.
grandma's style that I got.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I heard it. Grandma style. That's what I was looking
But
for.
it's like
Grandma.
cute grandma style, like cute little old lady, like, oh look at me, I'm
Okay, yeah, you are absolutely a cute grandma. A cute
Mhm.
old grandma.
just as far as style, not as far as like mind and like age and
Hey, when do you like to go to bed, Gab?
I don't late, super late, past midnight every night.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but when are you in bed?
No, hours, hours
When
before.
do you lay down?
Yeah.
But that's doom scrolling for
Mhm.
Oh,
grandmas. Don't doom
be
scroll.
streaming.
Are you sure? I feel like grandmas nowadays might be hip enough to be doom scrolling about
Oh,
all
man.
them whippersnappers on them Facebooks.
True, my mom actually like is so bad. My mom's the type of person that'll like loudly play TikToks in public, and it's so loud, and she just doesn't realize.
They don't care about like how loud the speaker is. Yeah, I know my parents are like that too.
Yeah, it's yeah embarrassing. I'm like, please turn it down. But whatever. Moving on, games. Do you remember any specific games?
Yeah.
Ooh,
What
yeah.
games stand out the most?
Stand out the most? Well, I have a favorite series from a kiddo, but I played the Pokemon series up until Diamond and Pearl. That was the last ones I really played. Like I think I owned a different generation too, but Diamond and Pearl was the last one I played.
Oh, okay.
Played all of them before then. Um, what else do I remember? Remember a really old Mario game that was on a Game Boy Color. It is not part of the Super Mario series. I always have to look it up every time
For
I run.
Mario Deluxe.
Maybe I would have to look it up. I remember it distinctly because the underwater levels let you shoot. Like you had a scuba suit
Oh,
and it would let you
okay.
shoot pellets forward.
Interesting.
And I remember it being, even though I played it on a Game Boy Color, it was an all black and white game, so it probably came out originally for the Game Boy.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
But outside of that, I had a lot of staples growing up too. Mario Kart DS was a fan favorite on field trips, and let me tell you, that is probably the DS was the best handheld of all time because of that. One person
It
needed a
was so
cartridge,
good. Yeah.
having other people playing Mario
Everybody
Kart
could
DS,
play.
Yeah.
and I was in marching band, and so it was really fun because we would have multiple lobbies set up. We had that many people in our band, and
What?
we had that
That's
many people with
crazy.
DSs too.
Wow. That's
You know,
actually really cool.
That's so
that was
fun.
so much.
Yeah.
Picto Chat too. Picto Chat went hard.
TikTok chat. Yes.
Outside of that, Super Smash Brothers. That was a pretty staple series for me. Soul Calibur. I've played a lot of games in my life. Favorite series that I was mentioning earlier is the Metal Gear Solid series.
Okay.
To describe the plot in 3 words is bat shit crazy. Uh, it would take an entire like their hour-long breakdowns of individual game plots on all the wild stuff that happens.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That's a multiple
Um,
series game?
S-
yes, and it's
Dang.
a multiple
So,
series.
Oh.
oh, okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So, what game slash games got you moved over to PC gaming on the computer, on Steam and such? Was it like Portal, like the old Valve games? Was it like WoW or like Hearthstone or anything? Or League?
Is it League? Yeah, that's what my mind
Is
went
it
to.
League or
Yeah. See, I
Minecraft?
was trying to think about it, but
Like what made it like what made you switch over essentially? That was like
sorry, I feel like I was trying to. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
yeah.
I'm a vocal processor, as I think. So just as a
Okay.
heads up there. But when I was thinking about what Gab mentioned, I'm like, I don't know if I could really say League was what brought me into PC gaming because when
hmm
I first played League of Legends in high school, I was playing on a laptop and I didn't even have a mouse. I was using a trackpad.
Oh my
Yikes.
gosh.
And if you've ever
What?
played
Any game
League,
with that is jeez.
yeah, I have no idea how I played League with the trackpad, but let me tell you, it was an awful experience. I play League now and I literally can't process how I used to do that with all the movement I do with my mouse and everything. Um, Maybe it was a slower game back then though too. They've shortened fight times, but I feel
Yeah,
like it was
never played
natural.
League, so
It's a natural evolution of like my friend groups and the games we play because I love
okay.
a good solo game. I love narrative based stuff. I will play that on my own time all the time. I really enjoy playing games with other people though, and so I feel like my friend groups were slowly shifting there as our games became like party games and stuff like that that are on Steam
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
makes
let
sense.
me build one.
Nice. That's exciting.
Yeah. What about y'all though? When did you first start getting into PC gaming?
Minecraft.
Minecraft. No, same.
Yeah, I got my first laptop and I got Minecraft, and I would play on the Hive and Mineplex and stuff. Fun time.
Yeah, for me,
But
I like
then
wanted to get
yeah.
on PC for Minecraft because I really, really wanted to join a streamer's survival like world playthrough or whatever. Like the SMP type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, like also I got into like CS:GO and stuff back 2015, 2016-ish while I was learning how to build computers and stuff and got into that type of game, but I was never into like any of the big like League or Dota or anything. Yeah, or WoW.
That's fair. The only MMORPG I've ever really sunk time into was a good classic of mine. Shout out to those RuneScapers out in
I
the
was just
chat
gonna
tonight.
say, so have any of
Really,
you, because I had never played RuneScape, I don't think Gab has played.
Nope.
So you have played RuneScape?
I did. I feel like I played RuneScape during its peak too, which was the fun part because
Okay.
My brother actually, I got my brother into RuneScape way long ago, and every now and then he'll still play. And I look at it now, and I'm like, damn, this is a new person's game.
Yeah.
It literally makes me feel old because I'm looking at all the status effects and how the hot bar is now filled up like a WoW hot bar, and how combat has them dashing around, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Overloaded with everything.
All right, status effects, prayer effects, archery styles, fighting styles. I'm like, damn. When I played, you grabbed a bow, you grabbed an arrow, and you shot a person.
Yeah. They should bring that back.
I
They
guess
did
is like
actually.
classic
Oh,
RuneScape
did
still
they?
a thing? I
Oh.
think I heard of that. Okay.
Hard.
I never
I
checked
feel
it
like
out
enough
though.
people felt the way I felt that they're like, you know what? Let's bring back the old RuneScape. For those
Classic
people.
RuneScape, yeah. I feel like I've seen people play that before.
That's what they need to do with Fortnite. They did it for a little bit, but they
Right.
just need to make it constantly back to the original. Like, I miss it. I really like
It's
Fortnite.
better with less gimmicks. It's fun, but I don't know. I'm not a big Fortnite supporter, so I won't get started on it.
I feel like we got a lot of gaming controversies that we're just kind of sitting on right now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What's up with that?
Huh?
Oh, like the whole thing we were almost talked about it for stream with Helldivers recently
You-
with Sony. Have you heard about this, Gab?
Yeah, I've been keeping in touch with the youth and Twitter.
I watched
X.
the Ludwig video on it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Danny, do you want to go into it since you were mentioning it earlier?
I'm happy to. For if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, Helldivers 2, wonderful game on the PC, Steam,
So much.
$39.99. Help us spread managed democracy. This is your
Yeah,
public
not sponsored. Spread democracy though.
Anyhow, it's a wonderful game. It's a PvE game where you will play a max of 4, get dropped into a map, do some missions. 2 main factions you fight against, bots, bugs, yada yada.
It's really
Great
fun.
game.
So many good
Kyle
weapons and
carried me
stuff.
the one time we played. Great time.
Dude, I did not carry. You were carrying. What the heck?
I just had the nicer equipment, but in
I
my
was
heart,
barely keeping up.
you drove me to continue going on.
All right.
Anyhow,
beautiful
what
friendship.
recently happened was so Sony's the publisher of that game, if I recall, and one of the Sony requirements is that if you are an online service game, that your online service will connect to PlayStation Network accounts. The distinguishing factor being PlayStation Network accounts are free versus the PlayStation Plus accounts, which you pay for monthly subscription to get online. However, not every country supports PlayStation Network, meaning, and the game was sold in countries not supported with PlayStation Network. And so all those, once Sony came around and said, hey, you didn't launch this with PlayStation Network because of, I heard it was tech issues and overloaded servers, we need you to now do that. They were going to have to make that mandatory for every account who wants to play now, except there are a lot of accounts that would not be able to, and they wouldn't be able to play their game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like half of the players or something.
We sold you this game, and now months later, you're not allowed to play it anymore. Haha. It's so I don't understand like why. Like, where do they benefit from them making accounts? Is it just like better stats, or for them as a company, since there's no
I think it's user tracking.
user tracking?
Yeah.
So
It made
goofy.
me make a PSN account because I had never had a PlayStation ever growing up, so I had never had PlayStation Plus or whatever the account is. So I had to make one to play Helldivers, and that was like months ago. So I don't know how people got out of it originally, but I had to make one. Now my data's gonna get leaked.
Yeah, I saw that. They're like,
Yeah.
data gets leaked with Sony every couple
Yeah,
years.
they probably store passwords in plain text.
Yeah. Passwords are not in this talk. Don't look here.
And on the other hand, like Sony wants it to, because I'm sure a lot of quarterly meetings are going on for game companies. Because I think BioWare just had a really big one today, and so it pads their numbers. It's like, hey, look, we have all these new PlayStation Network accounts connected to our system, and yada yada. Plus, you have user data you can now sell. But as
And then share
Kyle,
prices go up and everything. Yeah.
yeah, but as Kyle alluded to, and you mentioned too, Gab, Sony security is awful. I feel like I get them, an email from them at least once every other year. Hey, so we had a data breach in our system. We don't know if your account has been affiliated, but we are mandatorily required to let you know that your data may be at risk. So please monitor, blah, 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 blah.
Wow, really? They send that like I never got an email like that before for anything. That's crazy.
I find that I concerningly got a lot of those emails and letters in the mail. Most
Jeez.
concerningly from the San Diego Unified School District that I used to work
What?
for. Yeah,
Whoa.
like it was so concerning too because they attached to their remedy is, by the way, we've included for everybody a year free subscription. I can't remember, it was a well-known brand. I'm gonna just say LifeLock, but something that does credit monitoring
What?
and make sure that your information isn't used everywhere.
Oh, that's a good way to go about that.
It is, but also how is a school district losing
How
my
is it? How is it that bad that it must have stored like credit card details in plain text, like
it wouldn't have been credit card, it
just
would have been
with the users,
work stuff. So
socials
my
and
birth
stuff?
certificate, social security number,
Oh,
Yeah.
those kind of things.
no biggie, right?
Yeah,
No
no
Let's
biggie.
biggie.
all
Give me a
share our
paper.
socials. Ready?
Yeah,
Go.
555 I'm the one that's on the commercials. I get revenue from
The
that.
best is I once saw like a video of somebody like going through a website and they put like user details in plain text and then you could just access it from local storage the way they had their data. So it was like password, birthday, SSN, like in local storage, like
Damn.
super easy stuff. That's so scary though that you've gotten like emails like that. Have you ever had any problems or no? I'm
Luckily, I
assuming
haven't.
not.
Knock on all the
That's
wood I
good.
can as I say that.
Yeah, right.
But I have not at the moment. I try to check my credit and things like that for any big drops too. So I'm hoping it never does happen. For all you
Mm.
identity thieves out there, I check my reports. You know that.
As an oldie
Um,
does.
Back to you, Kyle.
Back to
Oh,
you,
we were talking about
Kyle.
Helldivers, I think. But
Oh
what were we
yeah, I
talking about?
was fully prepared to completely drop Helldivers for this. I was not going to go back to it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
Really?
wow.
yeah. I have fun fact too. I have a PlayStation account. I have a PlayStation Plus account because I play on my
Hmm.
PS5 from time to time.
Okay.
I don't like being forced to link them, but that's a separate thing. I would have done it if they did that at the start. Like if I have to link it, I'll have to link it. Like Overwatch, Blizzard with Steam, whatever. I'll do it.
Hmm.
But the fact that they're making it mandatory after the fact and people are going to lose access to it, I'm like, why am I going to want to be part of this game? No, screw it. I haven't given them one yet, luckily, because they reversed it. But I was fully prepared to never play it again, look for a refund, and try to leave a negative review.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so
That's
crazy that they like decide to enforce it months into the game.
yeah, that's interesting. I haven't played it in a while. The last time I think I played was with you, and that was like it feels like a month ago. Maybe it wasn't that long ago, but it is pretty fun. Gab, you should probably get it.
Yeah,
Good
isn't it
time.
only 4?
It is only
Unfortunately, it is only
4,
four at the
yeah.
moment.
I've looked
Biggest
at it. I always hear people saying like, "Oh, it's so good, it's so good," and I love PVE, like just because it's not
You'll
PvP.
The only thing is that I don't think it's a good stream game. Like I don't think like
No.
it renders well, is what I've heard.
Oh,
Because it's like
okay.
so much stuff is already always happening. Like it's always buffering. The bitrate gets all messed up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, it's pretty fun, and the PVE is nice. Like, and you're not fighting each other. You're just fighting like the bots
I
and stuff.
love cooperation games, and we don't play enough of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, like Overwatch is somewhat cooperative, but it's high stakes.
Yeah.
Well, like it is.
Our
Well, it is
games,
team based, but
Yeah, it's
our
team
games
based.
are
Definitely don't feel cooperative.
I know not with you on the team. That's for sure.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Where's the clip?
whoa.
Hippo, I need the clip right now. Dropped in
1,
the
2,
chat, please.
3.
Hippo, put the clip in there.
Oh my
All
god.
right, the one that said on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish the sentence.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Don't worry.
My
It's
favorite, my
gonna be
favorite clip is when I go in the ult and then Gab life grabs me and pulls me away from everybody.
No, that was your fault. That was entirely
I
your
said,
fault.
I'm gonna go in and ult, and then you life grabbed me.
But then you ulted after I life grabbed you.
Why would, oh my, that was a
So
funny
you
one.
were like, "Oh, I'm being pulled away.
What?
Let me
The
keep
comms again,
pressing
Gab?
Q." Huh?
What is that about importance of comms?
Oh my goodness.
I hate Overwatch.
Yeah, we've
We
been playing a lot of Overwatch recently,
I love it. I
everybody.
love the game so much, but I hate it so much.
It's fun. We did so well on Sunday, and then yesterday it was like kind of really bad.
Yeah, I was in a bad mood though,
That's fair.
like from work, and then I started getting a headache, and then like we lost immediately, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want to do this anymore. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like I'm over it too.
Mhm.
I'm glad I was in the Golf for Friends side then, because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Golf with friends was a good time.
Yeah, we ended up
Yes.
switching.
Mm-hmm.
But-
Yeah.
Rightfully so. I like that, and then you also introduced me to Played Up, and Played Up is so much fun.
I like Played Up a
Oh
lot.
yes.
I
We
think
gotta
were
play
you
more Played Up.
mentioning is there a mod now for more people, or I thought someone mentioned
Somebody mentioned. I don't know for sure.
that. But
Hope
it would
there
be a
is.
bit difficult because the restaurants are tiny. But we
Mhm.
like games
That's
like
what I
that I
thought.
love. I
Yeah.
think they're so fun. Like the train game that we played and the
Oh, Unrailed. That was
Unrailed.
fun. Yeah.
What's the other
Oh, there's a
one?
moving game if y'all have never played that.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
I don't think I have.
I think it's called Move Out. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up real quick right now. Oh,
We
look
still
at
did
the
do
thing.
Stardew as well at some
Ah,
point.
Oh,
yes.
that's right. Stardew 1.6.
I think we should
Yeah.
start it after the trip.
Really? I'd be down.
Yeah, I think so. So like next
Okay.
month.
Okay. Yeah, I know Shania wants to play as well. She's really into it. So it'll probably be a big server. It'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8 of us
Should
maybe
I better
even.
play it so we can get married?
Oh, snap.
Have a nice
Okay.
wedding.
I haven't played in almost 4 years now, so I'm excited to
Yeah,
play it again.
same. Haven't played in so long.
Hmm.
And I think
I've never seen any of the new like Ginger Island stuff. I've completed the game, and
Okay.
then they introduced a new post game, and I've seen zero of it.
I don't think I have either.
no, me neither.
I don't know if I ever fully beat the game when I first played it. I know I got to 2 years, but I don't know if I don't know. I know I got really far, but I don't remember any of the new stuff either. So
One of the things we should consider too, I don't know how folks feel about it, but Stardew Valley Expanded,
What is
I don't
that?
know anything about it. Yeah.
it's probably the biggest mod for the game. It's the one. It's so big that the creator literally worked with the mod developer when they
Ooh.
were releasing 1.6 to help reduce the downtime of how long it's going to take to update that mod.
Oh
Obviously,
wow.
there's still bugs, but they essentially got a version of 1.6 to help work through the transition of their mod to be up to date.
So it's a
Okay.
developer approved great mod.
It's a first party mod. It's not an official expansion or DLC, but
Yeah.
I
As much
gotcha.
as it could be a first party mod, yeah.
I would be
Okay.
down, like especially with a lot of people, I think it'd be cool to even though there was an
Yeah.
update, mod it too, why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's like when they say expanded, they literally mean expanded. Like there's, I think, a new town, there's a new set of NPCs in addition
Oh
Ooh.
to
wow.
those NPCs
Okay.
that all have their own dialogue and stuff. Like there's a bunch of new crops, new fish, new everything.
Might be a bit overwhelming.
Ooh.
Oh
That's what I was
jeez.
gonna say. Like if we're gonna do Stardew Valley expanded, we don't need any other mod.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Alright.
that'd be fun because if we do manage to get quite a few people to join the server, I imagine it'll go by kind of fast.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah, like
pause
we'll
it.
progress pretty quickly.
Yeah, so maybe with expansions it'll add a little
Not
bit more
feel like
difficulty
yeah.
and just
'Cause
more
we'll
to
have like
do.
4 people
Now.
mining at the same
Right.
So
time.
if are mining all the way down, I can see it.
Yeah.
I know.
What I was
They're gonna be
thinking of.
like, first to the bottom wins.
Yeah, and there'll be like
just
4
know it.
people fishing. We'll be making tons of money. So I guess having all that extra stuff will definitely help with the game progression and stuff.
That'd be a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
Stardew soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm excited. Hold on, let me boot up Stardew real quick.
Let me leave this and go start warming up. Thanks, but I got plans.
Yeah, well, sorry, that was it. Sorry, my the time you bought with that one quesarito. Yep, time's up. I need quesaritos, or I'm going to Stardew.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. This
So
guy.
what is currently your number 1 most played game? Do you think?
So I've definitely played less of it, but I was prepared for this question. I thought this might come up.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's
Ah.
Gate. Okay.
Love that game to death. For folks who don't know as well, I'm big into D&D. Love that game system. Will be very interested when they release one D&D that they're working on now. I haven't read anything on it. But Baldur's Gate is the closest I've ever gotten to being able to play D&D both on my own and in a video game.
Okay.
Like the attention to detail, the love they put into like even voice acting, everything is just phenomenal. If that did not
sweet.
win Game of the Year last year, because that came out, I think, October, November last year. If that didn't win Game of the Year, I'm 100% confident there would have been at least one riot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
The game is that amazing.
that one you
Yeah.
can put like hundreds of hours in and still not get everything done, right?
Yeah, I have not seen everything in the game, and I have 469.3 hours.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah. Now, mind you, that's across several playthroughs. Like, you don't need to see every scene in the game. But yeah, I am 42 out of 54 achievements, and that's why I'm playing it. But I'm playing it a lot less right now, just because I had to play it in ways that I don't naturally play it to get those achievements.
Gotcha.
So what is your
Okay.
PB for the sex scene?
Personal best. Let me look that up. Nah.
I've
For
been
folks who don't know,
practicing.
there are speedrun categories. Fastest to sex scene. I think it's Lae'zel
Damn.
who gives it up the quickest. I think.
Jeez.
Not
Yeah, that's the only thing I really remember from it. Not that I'm like looking it up or anything, but
Oh,
Gab,
sure.
if it's the game, you know that she's one of the bear enjoyers. That's actually a fun meme that's been going around, completely unrelated to the game. If you had a choice between a man or a bear, I feel safer with the bear.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah,
can
I've
Oh,
do
heard
I
that
might
that.
in
have
the
seen
game. I'm
that.
just telling everybody now, okay?
What? That is
Yeah,
so
there's
sick.
a druid that you can romance, and it made news. Like Fox News ran with this one when this was released. But what was it? There's a sex scene, and you have an option of having sex with the druid in their humanoid form, or they get really excited and accidentally shape into a bear, and they apologize for it. But you have the option of being like, "Hold on, who said you could shape out of the bear?"
Ooh.
Oh.
So that's not related to the meme going on?
No, the meme going on, I think, was from an interview or something where someone had said, "Yeah, I felt safer with the bear because I know what a bear is gonna do," and then everyone like flipped out. But I'm like, hold on, that makes sense.
That's true.
You see something coming at you late at night, you know the bear's probably looking for food or going to kill you because it's a bear. You see a guy coming at you in the middle of the night, what the heck is he gonna do?
Endless possibilities.
Yeah. But yeah, so Baldur's Gate 3, 10 out of 10, absolute masterpiece. I understand it's not going to be for everyone because there's a lot of reading in it. There's a lot of dialogue to go through. It's a very narrative-focused game. You can play with others, which is so much fun too. And you can play with others, but it's a very story-based, narrative-based RPG game because that's what D&D is. So if you're not interested in that, don't go out buying it. But absolute masterpiece.
Worth your
Jeez.
money.
Absolutely. Would buy it at full price again if I could.
Oh, wow. Shut up and take my money.
Truly. Unfortunately they have announced that they're not doing any DLCs, they're not doing any expansions for the game, which made everyone sad, myself included. But I also kind of get it. This is, I think, a 7 or 8 year project.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been in early access for at least 2 to 3 years. I learned of it when it was in early access, and I've been waiting so long to buy this goddamn game. Because I refuse to play early access games if I can. Like, sometimes I'll get it to play with friends, but I really don't like playing early access games.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been waiting, and it's a masterpiece. Highly recommend. Go out and buy it. If you don't like it, you can return it.
You don't like it, Presidentwalker will personally refund you the money.
Yep.
Absolutely. I
Phone
will
number
be
in the
using money from
description. It's
Gab's
1,
wallet
2.
when she gives it to me.
I'm never gonna give it to you.
I guess no one's getting their refunds then.
We are, I think, maybe at that time. Do we want to take a little snack break?
Munch and Crunch?
A little
Munch and Crunch time?
crunch?
I'm down. I'm down.
So what does everyone have? Please, not all at once.
I have pasty cakes.
Ooh,
I have pasty cakes.
yum.
And I've got grips.
And the
I got grips.
grips.
Yeah, man. Super good.
I got Cheez-Its, but I just put lotion on my hands. I'm really struggling to open them. Cheez-Its.
Oh, it's a small little. I thought it was like gonna be a box.
No, we got them from Costco. They had like a pack of 100 in a box, and I think now we're down to 2.
100?
Yeah.
And down to
Down to
2?
2.
Damn.
Okay, but it was like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with my backup snack because my main snack melted.
I was wondering. I was like, I don't know if I've noticed you eating your popsicle.
Eat the popsicle, yeah.
I was waiting for Munching Crunch time.
You could have waited. You could have like run to the fridge and grabbed it real quick so you could enjoy it cold.
I could have, but I'm not as cool as Kyle, so I don't have headphones that will follow me all the way over.
Oh my goodness.
What's wrong with that? We could just say me so many things.
I know, but I like to hear the trash you talk about me. For the record, everyone, Gab doesn't like me in her streams because I can hear the trash she talks about me.
I know. I only like talking trash behind people's back, and so I can't do that when they're standing in front of me.
What are those Disneyland snacks?
Disneyland toffee candies. I don't go to
Ooh.
Disneyland very often. I don't go to downtown Disney very often. But I have a lot of friends somehow that can afford these really, really expensive Disney passes. So anytime I hear one of them going, I'm like, hey, yo, can you pick me up the toffee candy from over there? They're kind of expensive. It's about 14 or 15 bucks a bag if they don't have a discount. But I'd still buy it because it's about like a once a month treat. It's a lot of fun.
Dang, must be that good then. Jeez.
10 out of 10.
Did you say toffee or coffee?
Toffee with a T.
Mmm. Yum. That's fun.
Cool. Nice.
Wait, well, hold on, I'm munching crunch over here real quick.
So, currently living in California, but you did reside in Seattle for a bit. How was that experience?
Was that for school, I'm assuming?
Sorry, we like to talk and munch and crunch. It makes it really awkward.
I was gonna say, this is the second time on the podcast you asked me a question as a munchkin.
And it won't be the last. I'm timing them, so.
You were a server. I would be shocked if you didn't. 'Cause I'm a firm believer you're not a true server if you don't ask, hey, how was your food as they're eating their food.
Yeah, you gotta get as many people mid-bite as possible.
Yep, I really love it too when I see one of them struggle to swallow it down so they can answer too. I'm just sitting there like, I didn't mean to do this intentionally, but I'm glad I did.
You don't say that to them.
No, well, it depends on the person. There's
so
cool
funny.
tables you can joke around with.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the best part about catching people is then you can joke about it after and be like, oh my goodness.
Gotcha.
Okay, gotcha. You eat the food here? Weird.
But through that sidetrack, I completely forgot what your question was, Gab.
Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. Yes. No, I still don't know what the question is, though.
Oh. What was it like?
Okay.
Why were you there?
There for school.
What did you do there?
So, Kyle's right as mentioned, I was there for school. Really great city. I had 2 years there. Unfortunately, one was during the pandemic where everything closed down. The other was before. That first year was fantastic. That's how I know I'm probably not a great beer drinker. I haven't had a lot of domestic beers, but I was in grad school. We had a brewery literally a block down, or even less than a block. It was like a 5-minute walk from the school. And it was a nice brewery. I can actually drop that one. That one's called Optimism Brewery. I will also let folks know that I did steal a glass from Optimism Brewery.
Ooh.
Whoa, thief! We're
Whoa.
harboring a thief on the podcast.
We're gonna send
For the
this in for
record,
evidence.
What
I
are
do
we-
play rogues in D&D and in Baldur's Gate pretty consistently, so if you didn't know that I was a sly thief...
What?
Sorry. Oh, speaking of thievery.
The lockpicking set. The lockpicking set.
Yeah, I do also like picking locks from time to time. A lot of fun.
Oh.
Because he's truly a
shit.
thief.
I do not steal things, thank you very much, besides glasses from Optimism Brewery Co. in Seattle.
Except for
Thank you
this
very
and
much.
this and this.
Have you ever used them to get into somewhere where you accidentally got locked out of?
Yes, actually. And
Oh,
I'll tell you, that
shit.
one moment was so validating. Like,
Really?
I've only dropped, I think, 30, maybe 40 bucks on my lockpicking stuff at this point. I need to get another set of locks. Some other lockpicking tools would be cool too, but there's so many different ones out there. But I was actually in Anaheim visiting some friends, and they locked themselves out of their bathroom because they had a weird setup. And they were going to be able to get themselves in later on throughout the night. Like they were going to have to call someone or, figure it out with like finding a backup key somewhere from the office or something because they're renting an apartment.
Okay.
But I'm like, my cars are just right outside, basically. I can go get my lockpicking set I keep there and, bust in real quick. They're like, you know what? That'd be great. You best believe I sprinted over there, sprinted back, popped that door open.
This is the moment I've been waiting for my whole life.
Yes.
It really is. Everyone jumps to thievery, but no,
Okay.
that right there was 100% of the reason why I wanted to learn how to pick locks.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool.
The other
That's
moment
so
that I
sick.
didn't get to use because they decided they didn't want the lock back anyway because they lost the key was the friend we were talking about before the podcast. Her name is Whitney. They have a trailer that they will take camping from time to time, but they will leave locked up. And they locked it, and they didn't know where the key was, and they were going to be like, "Yo, Daniel, will you come pick the lock for us?" I'm like, "Absolutely." It's just going to take me a couple hours because I'm working. Then like, the lock's not that important to us. We don't have the key anyway. We're just going to cut it. I'm like,
Mm.
pick the
Like, are you
thing.
sure you would have cut it?
Are you
What about the
sure?
sentimental value of the lock?
Please, please don't do it.
Though someone did point out that I have a chance to do probably the most evil thing possible with lockpicking. You ever see those really cool chain link fences people will go to and they'll put like locks that they've engraved their names on and then throw away the key?
Oh my gosh,
Oh
you can
my
take them off.
god, that's
I
so
can actually take
evil.
most of those off
That's
and do whatever I want
crazy.
with those.
You're like, fuck love.
It's
Fuck
crazy
this
bike locks
relationship. Fuck that
are legal.
relationship. Wait,
Like,
what?
the bike. I said it's crazy bike locks are legal. Like, you could just go buy one at Walmart and just like lock the doors of like any building, really, and just walk
Oh.
away. I
Fun
think that's
fact.
like I saw a bit from that, but have you seen the lockpicking lawyer? Is what I was gonna ask you.
Yes, that's actually what got me into lockpicking.
Is it actually? Oh,
Yep.
that's crazy. Yeah, his videos are funny.
Right? And just the cadence of his voice, I'm like, oh man, this is a great video. I want to be
Yeah,
that cool.
I think that's the one where he locked the ice cream.
I did not see the lock ice
You
cream.
didn't see that one? Oh, okay.
Nah, I like his April Fool's ones though, where he'll either get like a kid thing or like something related to his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are
I
fun.
think I remember seeing that. But that's cool. Was always thought it was kind of neat, but like even in Fallout, like one of my favorite things to do is to pick the locks, like with the bobby pin and the screwdriver. So
Nope.
yeah,
The most
cool.
accurate lockpicking mini game I've ever played, Oblivion.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how you push the tumblers up and things like that. By the way, just unlock that one. Sorry, I
Oh,
had to
Oh,
go.
what the
shit.
heck?
Oh, by the way, I'm multitasking. Look how cool I am.
Look how
Yep,
cool I
that's
am.
100% what I was going for there.
That was pretty sick.
But what was it? That's essentially what you do. You got the tensioning tool, you got your lockpick, and then you just try to push those pins up at the right level. And
Oh,
then you can
cool.
set it in place with the tensioning tool, and if you overset it, you just reset and you keep going. What's not accurate is my lockpick is not going to break.
Oh, no?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from games I always imagine that they're flimsy.
They're not flimsy. They
Isn't
need to be
Fallout
pretty.
made by people that did Oblivion? Is it like this and like you like turn like your mouse to kind of adjust things or whatever?
Yeah, they went back to the really basic version of lockpicking, where you jam something in there and you're trying to turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That would break the lock if you try to pick a lock that way, and you would need something stronger than their lock picks that break so easily.
See, I always imagined Skyrim lockpicking.
Yeah.
Oh, that was always fun for me. I liked it.
My problem was always the guesswork. I'm like, was it, especially on the master locks, was it that angle?
I
Was it that
know.
angle?
Yeah.
This angle?
But when you finally got it, it was the best feeling ever.
That is true. And then you got to the loot, and you're like, all right, give me the good stuff.
This was worth the time.
But I was gonna say, fun fact about bike locks. Most of the time, you need if you got one of those like U locks that are pretty strong. Most of the time, it's actually much easier for them to just break the lock than pick that. Most of those need a special tool to pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you just
Particularly
buy, like...
ones, the things that require a special tool. Have you ever seen a key that's a circle?
Yes. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and those you need a specialized lock pick to be able to pick. A standard lock would do nothing to that lock.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of the time, you just get a pair of wire cutters and just cut the weakest part of either the lock, or if it's on a chain, you cut the chain.
Good to know. Yeah.
Mm.
That one's in the head now.
So duly noted, if you buy a really expensive bike lock, they'll just break your bike to steal your bike.
Oh,
that's so sad.
shit.
Well, see, there's an age-old saying: the locks keep honest people honest. They just deter criminals who are too lazy.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like the same
So
could be
at
same
least-
about house locks. Would break a window, right?
Exactly. You want to get a good lock. You don't want to open yourself up to vulnerabilities, but also don't spend like $1,000 on a lock because there's ways around it.
Yeah.
How do we start talking about locks?
We started talking about
Hobby.
Seattle, and then I remembered my
Oh,
lock because I could see it behind me.
oh
Mm.
About
yes.
Seattle, Optimism Brewing, and
I
then
remember
I
that.
stole a
Yes.
cup,
Oh, you
and then we
stole
talked about
something and then you're a thief,
A
and so
thief.
because you're a
Oh my
thief, you have
gosh. It
lockpicks.
just goes and it goes.
Kyle, you were worried about me running out of things to talk about, and Gab had to check you real fast for a reason.
This guy knows how to talk. But
Listen, you got
Seattle.
dead time. If you need a break, you can have a 15-minute section, and I'll just have recorded topics.
Wait. Oh my goodness. And Daniel. What?
Daniel intermission, and we'll
Yeah.
just
There you
munch and
go.
crunch and just listen.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny.
We'll be like, alrighty, in today's class, we're going to be talking about how to pick this master lock.
Daniel Dailies.
Oh my
Hey!
goodness.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
But yeah, so long story short, Seattle was amazing. Would absolutely go back again. If you've never been, it's very green.
Hmm.
And I feel lied to. It does not rain all the gosh dang time. It is misty all the
Ooh.
goddamn time.
Humid,
Oh,
then I'm
interesting.
guessing.
At most, a light sprinkle, like super light.
Ooh, I love that. Oh, it
Don't I
sounds
like it when it's a
magical.
downpour.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
downpour. So I felt a little lied to when I was there.
So you were in the city, like in the middle of it, huh?
Yep.
Got to experience city life.
Got to experience it. Was in the.
How'd you like it?
Sorry.
Oh, I said, how'd you like it?
It
That's
was
all.
good. I feel like I'm definitely a city person. But the thing about it that was kind of of course, obviously the pandemic, but then also Seattle struggles quite a lot with the houseless population and providing adequate resources and ways to help them out. And so I distinctly remember it was right after I left Seattle that all my favorite places around my apartment, including my apartment itself, were getting broken into and closing their doors.
Whoa.
Ugh.
So I don't know what it looks like now that I've been gone.
Yeah.
However, they do have really nice rooftop bars. They have great breweries.
Oh,
The nature
okay.
there is absolutely amazing. If you ever want to go on a hike, a Seattle hike is great. And obviously, I did all the touristy stuff. I saw the Space Needle. I've been to Pike Place Market, and those are cool, but not my favorite things.
What
Okay.
was your favorite things? Just like the ones you just listed, rooftop bars and whatnot.
Yeah, I like the
Hikes.
things that just chill at. The breweries are fun, rooftop bars, cafes. It was a really cool cafe I remember that had my favorite breakfast sandwich. Um, what was that? What was that place called? It's the last stop on the trolley when it's too late, and I can't remember the name. Because they have like different districts. Like I lived in International District. They have downtown, not Gasap and San Diego. Ooh, I'm getting them all mixed up now.
Yeah.
But there was a cool district a little bit further south, still in Seattle City, that had a really good cafe and bakery and sandwiches and stuff like that.
Ooh. If you
Yeah.
could, would you live there still rather than here?
Yeah, did you prefer it there?
See, that's always a tough question for me to answer because I am I appreciate what I got in the moment as best I can type of person.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
if I would have stayed in Seattle, I would probably be in a different position in my life than I am now.
Mhm.
Some ways for the better, but a lot of things I'd also have to have given up. For example, I would not have been on this podcast because I would not have met Gab if I was still in
That's
Seattle.
true, yeah.
So those are the type of things that I'm like, I don't know if I could say I would have wanted to move.
Yeah,
I
because
would
you're
move
happy with
back
how
now.
things are now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would move back now, but I wouldn't. I'm not missing it. Like, oh my god, I need to go back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Outside of Seattle, have you done much more traveling?
No, I've done a little. I have a few more places I've been to, but not a lot. I didn't get. I've never. The first time I flew on an airplane, I was either 21 or 22.
Oh, wow.
And that was also my first time out of state. And I've never been out of country. The first time I
Okay.
was going to go out of country, I got my passport. I believe it was February 2019, 2 weeks before the pandemic started.
I got mine
Yeah.
around the same time, actually. I was gonna go to Canada, and then
That's what I was
pandemic
going to. We
happened.
could have seen each other in Canada.
We could have. Oh my
Were you
gosh.
going to Vancouver?
No, I was going to Toronto.
That makes more sense. That is
Yeah.
closer.
East Coast, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna go to Vancouver, and then who knows? Maybe I would have ended up in Toronto, and we could have met.
It could have been backwards.
I know. Could you imagine? Then my introduction would have been like, "Yeah, I met Kyle over in Canada, and that's how I met Gab and everybody else."
Right? Oh, imagine.
Whoa. There's an alternate. universe out there where
Alternate
that happened.
timeline.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do we get on passport? Oh,
Where else?
Travel.
So you've been out of the country, but what states have you been to?
I've been to Kentucky,
Okay.
Michigan.
Okay.
Sorry, not Kentucky. I've been to Tennessee. Sorry.
Okay.
Same
Tennessee,
thing.
Michigan, and I guess I could technically say Arizona. Not that I really count it. I
New
had a
York?
layover that extended really long over there. So I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
you were in Arizona, but you weren't like experiencing like
Yeah.
anything there. You were just in the airport.
Yeah. Fun fact about when I travel, I seem to travel with the weather and not for the better. When I traveled
Oh.
to Tennessee, that was when they had their really bad tornado that struck, what is that city? Nashville.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
Sorry, I was struggling. I'm like, I don't think it's the capital. It's the other cool one. But Nashville, Tennessee. Is it Nashville? I think so. Um, but yeah, so I was there when that tornado happened. It was a real quick tangent with that. That was funny. We were staying at an Airbnb because it was for a conference. And my friends wanted to go on the rooftop of the apartment building that we were at, or complex, I guess,
Oh,
during this lightning storm to take photos on
oh
the
my.
metal balcony up there. And I'm like, are you insane?
Oh, you're
They're
digging
like,
your
don't be
What
a
grave?
the
chicken,
hell?
Daniel. And I'm
Oh,
like,
you want to die?
yeah. I'm like, what do you mean don't be a chicken?
What
I'm
kind
sorry,
of
I don't want to go 10 stories up and go deal with that.
sounds like a murder-suicide pact was trying to happen.
The heck?
Exactly. But at that same storm is when the tornado sirens go out, and very quickly does their tune change to, oh my God, Daniel, you're too close to the window. What happens if it breaks? I'm like, I'm sorry, I was thinking about going up top to the roof to go take photos of this tornado.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Scary.
And then when I went to Michigan, it was to visit a wonderful friend of mine. And I went, and right before I was going to leave the flight, the weather had let us know that it's going to be a serious winter storm. And that was the first time I was ever in anything that was below freezing.
Ooh,
What?
spooky.
Yeah, and it was really funny. My friend had warned me. She had said, "Listen, if you're still going to come, I understand if you want to cancel because of the winter storm." I told him, "Nope, I'm still going." It's like, well, if you do, buy some thermals before you get over here, right? It's gonna be really cold. You're gonna need thermals. And I'm like, nah, I'll be fine. And I wore a undershirt like I'm wearing now. I wore a regular shirt over that, like a t-shirt. I wore a layer like I'm wearing here with a flannel. And then I wore a jacket, and then I wore a heavy coat over that jacket. And I stepped out of the plane, totally fine. I'm in the airport, totally fine. I step outside of the airport, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, it's cold. I
You're like
immediately
six
duck into a
hour
Target.
layers isn't enough.
Yeah, I duck into Target. I buy 3 pairs of thermals. I go into the Target restroom and I put one of them on immediately.
Wow.
Instant regret.
If only you'd listened. Never make that
Well,
mistake
I'm
again.
not a hard head or anything like that.
Nope, not at all.
But yeah, what about y'all? Where are some of the places you've been to?
I've
You
been
first
to
have
Not all
Toronto.
at once.
I've been to Canada. I made it. They let me out. I don't know what they have against you guys, but I was allowed to go.
I'll be
That
going later this year.
I know. I'm so jealous. Quit bringing it up.
Sorry,
I just
sorry.
want to spend time with Shania, and you just keep bragging that you're going to, but whatever.
And I
Uh,
hope you appreciate all this Gab love.
but yeah, I've been there. I've been to the Bahamas on a cruise with family before, and then I've been to
You did your
Mexico.
road trip across the South. Yeah, you've been a lot of places.
Yeah, what can I say? I travel. Yeah, I'm a traveler.
A traveler of the world. How was the cruise? I've never been.
It was awful because my dad's a hard ass. I was a child, as a young teenager, and we weren't allowed to explore. We weren't allowed to stay out late. We weren't allowed to do. But I mean, besides like the cruise part itself, like when we landed in the Bahamas, it was really pretty. I got a cool backpack that I then wore to school for like 2 years later. Um,
Cool.
it was fun. It was fun to do a cruise.
I still want to do one.
I want to do another one now that I'm an adult
Yeah.
and can do whatever I want.
Right?
Oh, San Diego Bay cruise, TwitchCon, when?
Right? I keep seeing cruises where people go down to like Mexico in the really nice areas and they look so cute. Be fun, just saying.
What about you, Kyle?
I've been to Cali, 4 times now. Florida 4 or 5 times. And then mainly just East Coast areas. Yeah, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, West Virginia. I think that might be it.
A lot of
Cracks me
states.
up that you mentioned Florida, because didn't you and Gab just miss each other the last times you were in Florida?
Yes,
Yeah, by
literally
days.
12 hours or like 16
Yeah.
hours or
Oh,
something.
and it's so crazy because like not even Florida, like the same town,
The same airport.
same. Yeah, it
Like
was.
I was leaving at like 2 p.m. and you were flying in at like 7 p.m. or
Mhm.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hours.
Crazy.
hmm
Would have been the coolest Discord pick drop we've ever seen.
I know. Surprise! Look who I just
Surprise.
found in
Okay,
the airport.
okay, bye.
That'd have been sick.
But yeah,
Unfortunate. But yeah, I think that's basically everywhere. I'm going to Texas in August. I'm going to Fort Worth area
we're
in Dallas for
Ooh.
a coding thing.
ooh.
Yeah, it's like a big conference. Uh, it's not like a expo or like a show or anything, but just like big conference
Yeah.
convention. That's the word
Oh,
I
there
guess
you
I'm
go.
kind of
Yeah.
looking for a little bit, but
Are you going to that
so
by
that'll be fun.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm None of my coworkers wanted to go, and nobody else I know wanted to. I'm like, I'm not gonna not go. I'm
Oh,
going. So,
that's good. I mean,
yep.
got the confidence to do it yourself. Might as
Yeah,
well.
the flights were cheap. It was like 198 or something. I got cheap
Ooh, not
flights.
bad.
So,
Round way too, huh?
yeah.
Not bad at
Yeah,
all.
So
a really great deal.
but it's Texas in the end of August, so it's gonna be hot. It's gonna
Mmm.
be 100+ degrees, kind of hot.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Bust out the
interesting.
booty shorts, that's for sure.
You're gonna get that hot scoop pic posted.
Yeah. What the hot scoop? You're saying it's a meal? What the hell?
Ew, bro. Guys got
You
jokes.
got you got Kyle blushing over here. They're calling
Woo!
me a
That's gonna be
snack.
the latest. That's gonna be the new thing. You're gonna go after Shania, and I'm gonna go after Kyle.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll be going to Texas in August, but that's basically it. I haven't been out west really that much, just Cali. No Vegas or Seattle or anything like that.
I've never been to Vegas, believe it or not.
Ooh, Vegas trip TwitchCon. Nah, just
ooh.
that would be a long drive.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, it's like 6 hours.
That's a long
Doable.
drive.
Yeah, if you haven't driven across the country, it's a long drive.
I was gonna say, was the
Longest I did
problem
was
with that one is
yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I have money for TwitchCon and Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Mm.
oh yeah, that'd be expensive.
My
Yeah,
luck is
long.
not good enough for it to count on me winning.
I thought you already won once.
Well, see, sad story now. I used to always be able to tell people I've played the lottery exactly once and I've lost. I've won exactly once. I now have to say I have a 50% win ratio. I've played the lottery twice. And I've only...
No.
Do you do the actual lottery, like pull numbers sort of a thing?
Mhm.
I've
Yep,
never done that
Powerball.
one. The Powerball.
Yeah,
I
because it
haven't
was
done that.
just last time I was in Joshua Tree for vacation. The lottery was huge, well over a million, somewhere in the billion. And I'm like, well, why not? So we all bought lotto tickets. None of us won.
Darn.
Damn.
Yeah,
We
it
would have
been
seen
great.
the signs. What would the signs be? How'd you won $1 million?
The signs, I would have a nicer I would have a different house behind me.
Okay.
I would have a nicer setup here. Don't get me wrong, my setup's cool in terms of like the tech it can do, but my computer itself is getting a little dated.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly the processor. I'm running on such an old processor. But so all that would be upgraded. My introduction would not have included Olive Garden whatsoever. I'm at the stage where they rely on, for the folks who don't know, I'm at the stage where they rely on me too much, but don't pay me enough. So I don't do nearly as much as I used to sometimes.
Yeah, you're like, why am I doing this?
And the signs would be this which I think is cotton for this flannel would probably be something really cool like cashmere or something. I've
Wool.
never owned anything cashmere, so I'm like, shoot, let's get something nice,
Cashmere. Fancy. Yeah.
right?
Bougie.
Cashmere flannel coat, everybody, check it.
Those are good signs.
Mhm. I
Um,
forgot how we got to this topic.
About road trips somehow.
no idea.
I think.
Oh, traveling,
Traveling.
Vegas,
Traveling.
money, winning. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love putting the pieces back together when I can't remember.
So
Aha!
are you doing any traveling this year at all besides our TwitchCon trip? Are you going out of state? Are you going out of country at all?
Not at the moment. I'm trying to save as much as I can because living with
Understandable.
family definitely not ideal. And like I could move out, but that wouldn't put me in any. It would put me in a slightly better place than I was when I was back in Seattle. So I'm just trying to save to put myself in an even better spot than I was when I was in
Hmm.
Seattle. So if I move out, maybe I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save enough to buy a house exactly. At least not with the job I currently have. But you know, something nice.
Nice. Okay. Do you definitely want to be in California?
I'm open.
'Cause-
I just wouldn't know where to go.
Well, I know this one
Kyle!
apartment right near me that's ready to rent.
Oh,
It's really
Yeah.
nice. You have really cool neighbors. You'd be
He's
near Shania
really.
Robb.
He is
Ooh, that would be cool.
trying.
And
Our
then
neighbors moved out this past weekend. They're gone.
snap.
So
I'll give
it's
you
just
the
Do you
us
really
virtual
two
want
now.
me
We
to
tour.
have
go
our own
close
house.
with my Overwatch performances? You know, do you want me across the door where you'd be like, Daniel, what was that?
You'll be
tank
downstairs and I can bang on the
Just, yeah, bang something on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. God dang it! Stay with the team.
Oh my goodness.
Trust me, I'm close enough to Gab right now. She tries throwing rocks through my window, and oof.
I've missed every time, but one of these days I'll hit the window.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
not. But yeah, we're gonna have new neighbors here eventually, I guess. So that'll be something.
You should
But
just rent the whole place.
but then I have to go outside to go downstairs.
Build an
Also,
elevator.
I can't afford both halves.
And then rent it out. No, can't do
Oh
that.
man.
Illegal.
Yeah, I
Hopefully you
can't
have
do
good
that.
neighbors though.
Hopefully, I don't know. I just hope they're not old.
dang.
Noise complaints every weekend or something.
Oh, dude, I hope they're not old, man. We're not loud, but still, like, old people can be old. So, we're hoping
Yeah.
it's like people our age. Maybe we'll make new friends. Never
Oh,
know.
Ooh, that'd
if
be
you're in the
cool.
chat, there's your clip. Old people will be old.
Old people
Yeah.
will be old. Yeah, you're one to say
Excuse me, Grandma.
it.
Oh shit. Yeah, we're hoping that like we get cool neighbors or something, but yeah.
It's exciting.
But yeah, I know a place, so just let me know.
Duly noted. I was what is it? Gab, spoiler, I'm moving to the East Coast.
Oh, cool.
Oh, snap.
God, hate me that much, I see.
You have Olive Garden over there too, right?
Yes, we do.
Perfect. That's all I need to know.
Sweet.
So, how has your time at Olive Garden been? You've been there for
Yeah, how long have you
and a
been there
half
now?
years? Two?
Yeah, we are getting closer and
3?
closer to 3. 3 years is in October, technically.
Mhm.
In terms of like actually working, in November of this year will be 3 years. So that's why it's like 2.5 ish, depending on how you look at it. And it's had its ups and downs. I won't say that I regret being there because that is how I met Gab and I've been able to make other friends through there. You know, build a small sense of community here back at home. It's definitely had its lows. Lost some friends through Olive Garden. Olive
Ooh,
Garden
drama?
Olive Garden has a surprising amount of drama.
Is there any drama
Drama?
that you'd be willing to share?
Ooh, can we get to the drama cast? Drama alert, everybody.
Oh, I'm happy to share drama. I'm just trying to think of like juicy or shortened
Let's get
versions of
right in
drama
the
to share.
news.
Juicy.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
So neither of these folks work at my Olive Garden anymore. Because of this incident.
Ooh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know
Wait.
you would because this one, woo, was fun. There were
Let's get the
two
tea.
folks. Were they both just trained? Yep, they were both just trained on to be bartenders.
Okay.
And for those who know, My primary role for the longest time was bartender at Olive Garden. At this point, I've taken a break from bartending. I'll assistant manage, I'll serve, and I'll train. But with bartending at that time, I was slowly becoming like the de facto manager for it. And as that was all happening, we just got these people trained. I'm doing more things for the bar. We get told of a fun incident that happened at our local Applebee's with our bartenders. And that's that
What?
both of these bartenders, for context, we'll call them. I can't even remember one of the guys' names. Hold on. We'll just call them C and D. CD. Nice name.
Okay.
And so both C is married with 3 kids, I believe, and D was married with 4 kids, not to each other.
Okay.
So you can see where the story is going because they show up to Applebee's one night, super drunk out of their mind. To the point where their public displays of affection are making the Applebee's bartender feel uncomfortable. This is how I know about it because at the time I was friends with the Applebee's
Wait, so
bartender.
they show up to the Applebee's bar with 7 kids?
They don't show
No.
up with their kids.
Oh, not with the kids.
To demonstrate all the family they currently had, and they were
Okay.
both married. I don't know what the status of their relationship is now, but they were having such public displays of affection at the Applebee's was making the bartender feel uncomfortable, and she had to tell them to stop several times and gave them one last warning: if you do this again, you are going to be kicked out. Well, they do it again, but they do it so badly, as in one of them had gotten up out of their bar stool to go public display of affection with somebody else in their bar stool, that they knock the bar stool down and they fall on the floor. That's how drunk they are and how
Oh,
big they're
shit.
getting. So they pick themselves up, collect themselves, and then obviously the Applebee's bartender is like, "That's it, I'm cutting you off. We're not doing this here." Well, then they also proceed. One of them proceeds to lose their mind and start complaining, raving, calling that they wanted to speak with a manager, making a huge scene. Mind you, this Applebee's is literally a minute away from the Olive Garden. I could walk
Okay.
there in like maybe 10
It's like the
tops.
same area, the same.
And that was the
okay.
go-to spot for closers at Olive Garden. You know, you get off work, Applebee's bar is still open, so you'd go to Applebee's bar
Okay.
and drink for a little bit.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So they get banned, they make a big scene, whatever. That's all we hear of it at the moment. Applebee's bartender tells me all these things. Come to find out that they also get in the same car together, despite being this drunk,
Oh.
and get into a car accident where their car ends up in a field. And this is how I believe both of their spouses found out about their infidelity.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is
this
like out of a
Olive Garden's got a lot of
movie. What?
Yeah.
Damn. They both get wasted, kicked out of an Applebee's. Not even a Chili's. An Applebee's.
Nah. That's where
then
your
they-
problem is. You're like, so
I mean, to be fair, come on, Chili's is
I just think of that
almost
scene
better
from
than
The
Applebee's.
Office where they kick out Pam because she's so drunk in the Chili's. But and then they get in a car accident, get caught. That is crazy. That's some movie level shit.
And
yeah.
they never returned to Olive Garden again.
Wow.
Yeah. How could you? How could you show your face? Like,
I
everyone
was
knows
waiting.
that you've both cheated on your spouses and got drunk and got into a car accident together. Little awkward.
Yikes.
Yeah. So that's probably the most condensed drama I can tell, but the Olive Garden has a lot of drama. Half of it is that we do hire a lot of really young folks. Like I'm talking in high school, straight out of high school. I'm
Yeah.
not the oldest person there, but I'm definitely on the older ends.
Okay.
Even Gab right now, if she were to come back, she'd be on the older ends of the folks that work
Yeah.
at Olive Garden.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, that obviously doesn't help since everyone's so young and like used to high school dynamics. Some of that carries over into their workplace. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second.
What?
But
yeah.
but yeah. So lots of drama. I don't think there's more I need to share from that, but just to give you an idea.
Good old Olive Garden.
Yep, good old Olive Garden.
Do you have any secrets that you can share about Olive Garden? Would that get you in trouble?
Ooh.
Like,
No, I don't think so. Fun secret. Well, we can't most servers don't care if you want a soup to go home, or breadsticks that you want to take home. However, they're not technically supposed to give it to you. They're supposed to charge you. Some of them might charge you and just not tell you. The easiest way to get around that charge is if you just ask for a refill because it's unlimited, and then you need a to-go box.
And that's how
From
you
the-
get a lot of soup to go for free. Or
Gotcha.
salad.
I remember one of the waiters telling me, like, when I got one of the
Or bread.
pasta lunches, like, you can get as much as you want, so just ask for more and then ask for a box or something like that.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
talking about our never-ending pasta bowl, and I goddamn hate that pasta. That special.
Yeah, that was not
Didn't
fun.
Angel work at Olive Garden for a bit too?
Yeah.
But in Florida though, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay. I couldn't remember if I was remembering that right
Tricepta.
or not. Yeah. So many Olive Gardeners in the group.
one of us turn the tables.
Hey,
It's my
Scott,
next
that's
step.
what I'm
It's my
hearing,
next
Kyle,
step.
with the Olive Garden internship.
Hey, we can get you a job.
Maybe I'll get hired for Olive Garden corporate and I'll do their websites.
Ooh, that'd be
there we go.
fancy.
Just sneak my face
Ooh.
somewhere, like on a breadstick or something. I think I'm
Yeah.
Give us a sign.
Photoshop.
Oh, because we do have posters for like reminders of what our food should look like, including like, oh, this is what the perfect breadstick looks like. So when you do the breadstick poster, just like sneak my face somewhere in, you know? This is
Dude,
what
now
my
I
food-
really want the breadsticks, like crazy bad. Oh my god, the salt. Holy
I will
fuck
say
right
the
now.
breadsticks are best when slightly in the clouds.
Oh yeah. God,
Because
they're
that's
we
so
have
good.
to talk
Or-
about going to Olive Garden for Gab's birthday because
Yeah.
that was crazy.
that was the best Olive Garden trip I've ever had.
Yes.
Same. The
Same.
food had
That
never
might have
been
been the
so
highest I ever was.
Same. I was pretty
We
far gone.
were all so gone, and I think I just remember eating the breadsticks, just like this is the best thing ever.
Yes. We got like the never-ending dipping bowls and
The soup was so good.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I got like something Alfredo, and that was so good, and I was like super full, but I was like, I gotta keep eating it.
I love that you took your leftovers.
I brought
and you
I
guys
brought
left
it.
the next morning.
I took them like I'm definitely gonna eat these when we get back. I'm gonna be hungry again. Like that's how high I was, and then I forgot about them.
I'm pretty sure I ate your guys' leftovers.
I'm glad somebody ate them.
I love pasta.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say it's funny because don't you unironically love Olive Garden?
I
food?
actually like Olive Garden. I wouldn't say love. I just love Italian food.
Same here. I would prefer going to like a local Italian place, but Olive Garden's still pretty good. I think there was a period like where it wasn't great, but now I think it's pretty good again.
Yeah.
You guys single-handedly fixed it.
We shined light upon it.
Save the business.
Yep. They don't pay me enough to do it, but I guess I gotta.
But yeah, Olive Garden, fun time.
Fun time. So are you actively looking to leave Olive Garden?
Yes and no. I mean, sure, if they wanted to pay me a bunch more, I would gladly stay, but actively looking, and I am pulling myself in too many directions, I feel like. I am trying to teach myself while also at the same time I've been thinking about picking up a second job because I do want to move out again.
Okay.
But I need to save up more money to do so.
You have to kick
So,
out
looking for
Gab's
jobs with
brother and then be their roommate. Easy peasy.
And you know what? While I generally probably wouldn't be that worried about living with Gab, my biggest concern is always that old saying: fastest way to lose a friend is to live with them.
Oh.
That's my worry. I think I can be a bit of a bitch when it comes to household stuff. So I would be worried that it would ruin friendships too.
Now I gotta ask, what would you be worried about, Gab?
I think
Yeah.
you're probably a clumsy person. I think honestly my biggest worry would maybe be like alone time. I think you would know your boundary or like know like, oh, I probably shouldn't interrupt or chat with them. But there's always that worry in my mind, like, I'm in my room. What if they come knocking? What if they want to talk and I don't want to talk right now? Sort of a thing.
I gotcha. You have to like kind of have the same kind of personality type, I guess, as the person you're living with. Like, okay, like Saturday nights we'll do a game night, and other than that, like leave me the fuck alone. Like,
Right, yeah. Yeah, I think
Unless,
Daniel's
like,
a
there's
lot
something
more
specific.
outgoing and talky than me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a very shy and quiet person.
Super quiet, yeah. God, it's so hard to get words out of you. Please, just talk. Egg. Take some notes.
That was my favorite thing that we would do. We're like, all right, and Egg's turn.
Yeah. We need
Put 'em on the
we
spot.
need to get a cricket sound. Someone get a button ready.
Sound bite.
The Discord, yeah.
Have some sound cues ready to go.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to start questions.
Do you guys want to go and take a look in the chat and see
Move on
see
to
if we have any
Q&A?
hashtag asks for Q&A for Daniel? I'm down.
Do you
Let's
have
do
any
it.
more things you'd like to talk about before then?
I'll give myself a smile straight out. So I do stream very really.
We for sure would have done that, right, Kyle? We were
Yeah,
like good.
we did that like in the
We did that at the
beginning.
beginning, but I was just gonna drop it there.
Did we? Okay. Because I don't
Go
remember.
follow
no,
President
it's not the
Walker
first
on
time.
Twitch.
No, go ahead.
Yep.
Please shout yourself out. Good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say President/President-Walker. You catch me there. What I'm gonna stream next? I have no idea.
Can
You
mods
gotta
shout
get to a
out?
schedule, like a one a day schedule or something, or one a week
One a week,
schedule or
yeah.
something.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
the problem with that lies with the fact that my Olive Garden
Olive
schedule
Garden.
is literally all over the place.
Different
Like,
every week.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday off. I will probably stream at least one of those days. But the very next week, I might only have Tuesday off.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
It's things that like you have a rotating schedule. It's not like you work these set days every week, so you can like have more of a plan. But
You can like adjust your availability to say like I cannot work Mondays and Fridays, but I mean you're never gonna be able to get every weekend off. And then also it kind of limits if there's not any shifts available if you're gonna work and get shifts.
oh
Yeah.
okay.
I remember I used to have like 3 days off when I was full time in school, and then there'd be like some weeks where I didn't work, or I'd get one shift, and I was like, well,
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna tease Gab. I'm like, wow, Gab, don't like working with me anymore.
Yeah. I begged him to not let me work with you.
I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
But
Cool.
good shout out. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to Q&A. If anyone has questions, hashtag ask.
Xtemper says bunch of bullies. Oh, now I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad. He needs to learn how to talk.
Damn.
Grown adult can't speak words. Come on.
Dang.
This guy just turned 24.
Damn, more drama.
He's gonna.
Damn.
Hey, if you need someone safe to talk to, listen, I'm here for you, man. You just
I don't know why I get mean
hashtag
allegations.
though. Looking in the chat here. God dang it, Hippo. Who you calling old, huh? Who you calling old?
Definitely.
Cancel this grandma.
What?
Thank you, Egg. Thank you, Egg. Thank you. This is why you've been promoted, Egg. Thank you.
I feel like out of the three of us here, I would be the youngest one.
Like biologically speaking?
No, I know I'm not. Kyle's younger. But I think if
I
people
am,
were to
yeah.
look at us and like look at our personalities and everything, I'd be like, I think they would say that I am the youngest because I'm cool. Just saying.
As we are right this second, I give it to you. But if I had prep time, I highly disagree.
What would you do? Please tell me.
I'd shave the beard.
Yeah. Well, okay, personality too.
Oh, I
You're
did shave today. I look so much younger when I have it like all the way shaved.
not even just looks though. Beyond that, add them all together. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Any other questions?
I haven't seen one hashtag.
I haven't
ask,
seen a
I'll be
single
honest.
ask. Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
what can I say? We talked about a lot. I answered every possible question out there in the universe.
You did not, so that's why we need some
Oh,
questions.
I've got a question for you. I've got
Ooh.
one. We didn't ask Shania this because she hasn't seen the show, but what character from Adventure Time are you?
Ooh, good question.
You see, so this is funny because I think I can probably answer, but I've also never watched Adventure Time.
Oh, I thought you had seen it. No, that's why I asked. Damn.
Well, you see, I bring it up because I know the general plot line of Adventure Time. The only thing I'm actually a little murky on, I was watching the clip and I can't remember exactly how it ends. I remember some of the climactic stuff and some of the climactic fight, but I can't remember the end.
Okay.
But I don't know. The reason why I was pausing is I don't think I know all the characters' nuances enough. Marceline
Fair
is
enough.
one of them I feel like I identify with a lot, particularly the music creativity.
Okay.
Marceline's
I
pretty
see
cool.
you. I see you pausing there, Gab. As I said, I don't know anything else about her personality besides the music stuff.
Marceline's pretty cool.
I think I have my answer for who I think you would be.
Ooh, I'd love to hear.
Oh,
And
I
I
don't
think
have
a
one
lot
yet.
of
What is
opinion-
yours?
I don't remember this character all too well, but I just remember them being super goofy and energetic. And I think it was Magic Man.
I was thinking Magic Man.
Magic Man.
Magic Man. Yes. Wait. Why did I think? That is exactly what I was gonna
Very
say. But I was
energetic
like,
and talky and goofy and
yeah, yes.
punny, I'm
Duly noted.
sure.
Magic Man now, everybody.
Magic Man. Mr.
The only
President
thing
Walker
is,
Magic Man.
Magic Man does become Normal Man.
He
That's the
does.
only
So
design.
pre-normal
Yeah.
man, you're Magic Man.
Pre Normal Man. Yeah.
Duly noted. And I think I saw an ask in there from Hippo about what my favorite color was.
Oh, what's your favorite color?
I'm gonna go into a 30-minute long tangent here. Everybody get ready. Stretch them out. Get them good.
Intense answer
Yep.
coming in. We prepped
Be
for
this
that
right
one.
here, actually. Green. Big fan of green.
Ooh.
See a little bit back there too with one of the gifts my friends had made for me way back when.
Okay.
I don't have
Cool.
any other noticeable green.
Yeah, green is
Bracelet.
great.
Well, yeah. Bracelet got bought at a craft market at a winery. Gab found.
Ooh, very cool.
Good color. I like that
Oh.
color.
Hippo said don't read that, but they put a hashtag. I'm reading it anyway. Hashtag ask what types of skills is the team missing that you're looking to fill with a new hire?
Which team you want? You want the Overwatch team? You want the League of Legends team? You want the... No, I'm just kidding.
The team.
If you're asking because you didn't want to read because it's a basic interview question, I do actually have an answer for you. Whenever I'm looking to hire people, obviously I'm looking for the position, but I'm more so looking for somebody who's going to pause and think about the questions I'm asking them. And what I mean by that, obviously, if I ask them something basic like, "Hey, what's your name?" you shouldn't need a pause on what's your name.
Let me
But
think about that one.
particularly if I give you a scenario question, like I've interviewed folks for Olive Garden, I've interviewed folks for the colleges I worked at. If I give you a scenario question, I want you to think about the scenario and not give me an answer right off the bat, unless you got a lot of experience already. Because if you give me an answer right off the bat, you're winging it. You didn't take time to think. Versus if you give me an answer that you could take time to think, I can get an idea of how you're going to fit in the role.
Nice.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
And the survey says...
Expect a response in 2 to 5 business days. Nice.
Hippo, are you hiring me for something? Bet I will move to... I don't actually know what state you live in, but I'll move into that state. And you can be my employer and make everybody else jealous.
We have another ask. Worst date story?
Ooh. Getting juicy.
Yeah. Like, ooh, worst one.
There's so many. Which do I go with?
God dang it, get out. No need to narrate my inner thoughts.
I am Daniel. Which one do I want to go with?
The reason why I'm pausing to think is, don't get me wrong, there's some things that come to mind, but nothing that's that juicy. I mean, like, there's dates I've been on where we just, didn't connect and like jokes fall flat, things like that. I'm a punter for folks who don't know, so if you don't like puns, like if you can't stand them, I can tell you right off the bat, our relationship will never work.
Punter and a punter.
The only thing I was thinking of is there was someone that I was kind of starting to date that I'm gonna pivot. Still applies, but different person. First person I ever tried to date that I worked with. We went to the Old Town district of a city close by, and it was an okay date going on so far until we got onto a different conversation topic. It was about a particular person, and the topic itself just didn't feel weird. And like at this point, we'd been on like 5 or 6 dates, but it was through that conversation that I'm like, I bet you that she's starting to like this other person, not me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I was right about that one too. Not that I was a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I was right about that like a couple days later.
Dang, that's gotta hurt.
That's stinky.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rough one. We were not friends yet at that time, Gab. So I don't think I would have told you that story yet.
I have a feeling I know who you're talking about, but
I bet you know who I'm talking about.
I don't think I heard that specific story, no. Plenty of other ones.
Well, we got some questions now.
Yeah.
What book, movie, song, piece of media had the most impact on your outlook on life? That's a deep question.
I know,
what the heck?
that is so deep.
Holy moly.
I'm going to come back to that because I think I have an answer, but I need to double check that one. if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll come back.
Hippo's got an easier one. What color is math? Okay, here are the colors, right?
Oh,
Science is green.
Science is green.
okay.
Agreed.
Social studies or history is yellow.
Is mm, I was
Okay.
Math
thinking
and
red.
reading, and whatever, math and writing or reading, writing, ELA can be whatever. They can be red or blue. I don't care.
Mhm.
Either or. It
Math
goes
is
both ways.
blue.
But science is
Yeah, I
green
would
and
math is
history
red.
is yellow.
Math is not red. Social studies and writing is red. Because
Social
No.
studies I know is brown for me. Like I
mm,
remember my
Social
text.
studies was always yellow or brown. I can remember that.
I remember brown for my books.
But like for math, mine was usually either like
I think
black or
both
red,
red, right?
maybe.
I
Maybe I
remember.
think I had a blue one at one point too. Like it didn't matter for math or for writing or reading. Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like I remember like pamphlets for writing being red, but like my
yeah.
writing class textbooks were generally blue.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
remember textbooks. I'm just thinking I'm going to a store. I'm picking out uh, a binder. What color do I want the subject to
Gotcha.
be?
All I know is I see some agreement from Hippo and Solomon about my
Bio is
writing.
green. Okay. Math is red. Sure, I don't care. Blue is always English. Yeah, those I never really cared, but
Yeah,
science is definitely green.
I'll give you
Math
science
Science
is
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 green.
red.
green.
I'll accept no. No, math is not green, dude.
Purple.
Science is green.
Green.
Purple's not even. No one's using purple in school.
Oh, math is green. Oh, Solomon said that. What is it?
Uh,
Geo is purple.
Math is not green.
I would have enjoyed a class better if it was purple. I'll tell you right now. When I think purple, I think
yeah.
of foreign languages. My Spanish
Ooh.
I
textbook.
want to go and get out my books, like and
You
look.
still have them?
I have some of my college books in my closet.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like in a
goodness.
box.
Darn, I don't. I have a
Um.
bookshelf right over here. I was looking for my textbooks, but I think they're in a storage
Hmm.
bin.
Darn.
Oh,
Good question.
Yeah, good question though. But as for book, movie, song, piece of media that's impacted my outlook on life, I don't got any idea. There's so much.
There
I'm just a
is
amalgamation of just things I watch and listen and see. So probably so much. I can't name one specific thing.
outlook on life. So
Probably
that's big.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Probably might. No, I don't know.
See, it's loaded because it's like have an impact on your outlook in life or on life. It's like
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one because I feel like the reason why it's tough for me is I feel like my answer changes based on like what point in life I'm in.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
also fair. Yeah.
Like right now, there's a song I can think of that matters a lot to me. It's called Jude's Song by Connor Price. If you never checked out that artist, I highly recommend. Hip hop artist, but he has a lot of like songs and collabs with enough folks that he's a little cross genre too.
Hmm.
Um, Books, I can think of some really important books for me throughout middle school and high school, but I don't think I have one at the moment. Um, Movies, I can think of a really impactful movie for me growing up was John Q, featuring Denzel Washington. It'll make me cry every time I watch it. If you've never seen John Q, I'm going to spoil it for you. So everybody in the chat, if you've not seen John Q, I'll need you to no, I want to be spoiled. I'll raise my hands up when I'm done spoiler talking. Um, but basically, what happens is John has a son who has a heart condition, and he's going to need a new heart. He's on the donor list, but he's going to die soon. The son. They can't find a match, and they keep looking and they keep looking. They can't find a match for him, and he's on the donor list. Well, the dad finds out he's not getting the same quality of care. They are a black family. Denzel Washington's the father, and he holds the hospital hostage until that he's put at the top of the donor list, so they can get him a donor. They do that, but then the son is also progressing worse. That he's going to die within days, not months, that they thought. And so he asks the doctors to match him. And the scene that gets me every time, I can feel my eyes water a little, is as he's held this entire hospital room hostage, right, with a gun. He then comes up with the idea, well, if I kill myself, you can take the heart out of me and give it to my son. And obviously, one of the nurses flips out, like, oh, doctor, you can't do that. It's illegal. You lose your job. Doctor's like, fuck it, I'll do it. If you kill yourself, I will put your heart in your son and save your son's life. Well, the thing that gets me crying too, as this is all happening, is he goes to load the gun for the first time. He was holding up the entire room with a not loaded gun. There was no bullets in his gun because he wasn't going to kill anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, that movie, you're good. You're good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah,
Hello,
sorry.
everybody.
Yeah, that
We're
movie will
Oh.
give me a
back.
cry every time at that reveal. Just oof.
We're missing a bunch of messages here.
Sorry.
But I wanted to answer Solemn's question. My favorite piece of media, and it's definitely phase right now, is Fallout. I've been really liking everything Fallouts.
I love Fallout.
But Ms. asks, #ask, am I your favorite chatter, Mr. President?
Ooh, man.
Do
No
you have
matter
a
how I answer
favorite?
this question, I'm going to offend somebody. So you're really bringing out my politician skills here.
Just want to remind you that
what?
we're gonna do a friend tier list at some point in the future, so your answer will heavily impact that.
So, to bring out the politician answer, you know when they can continue to talk about a topic without ever giving you a straight answer? Anyhow, but to answer the question. Hey, listen, I've been a very effective time of stalling as I try to come up with an answer.
Anyways.
But to how I'll answer this question is, Ms. Every single time I see you pop up into any of my streams, since you've mentioned that you weren't following me, it brings that much joy into my life as I see that. Is how I'll answer that question.
Cute.
Cute.
Good answer.
But yeah, I think that was the rest of the #asks. If anybody had any others, but I guess, we'll call it there. Mr. Walker, President Walker, thank you for coming on the Spaced Out podcast. Glad we were able to get the timing to work out, and I'm sure we'll have you back on again soon for more chatting.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Special thank you for the fact that this was so last minute. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, grand old
Yeah.
time. Thanks to you guys for chatting and
Thanks,
talking
everybody, for
by. See
listening.
everyone later next
We'll see you.
Tuesday.
We're gonna have. Oh, we should probably say our schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week we'll have one, and then the week after that, we will not have one because we're gonna be having a IRL one when Gab comes to visit.
Yay!
We'll be doing some streams and some podcasts and all kinds